we are recording this on May 25th, the day that the Z8 is shipping to everyone. No, it's not another review, but I'm still on the fence about whether I actually want to shoot one because I haven't been able to shoot with it outdoors in the field that much in the kind of way that I tend to use it. So today I've got Jay, the street fitness guy, coming along, and I've got two gigantic lenses for us to test out. We'll use the 85-1.2 for his workout stuff, but this guy is dwarfed in comparison to this one, the 58 0.95 NOCT. We'll use this for some static portraits and see how the Z8 does in this real world kind of shoot with gigantic portrait lenses. Now, when you're shooting this kind of action, this is a fast 20 frames a second, 30-120 camera. I want to get the most out of it. So for those of you wondering, I'm using Delcom Black 650s, thanks to Richie for the tests he did. So when I'm doing slow-mo video and stuff, apparently this one will generate the least amount of heat. And then I just have small JPEGs going to the SD. I've got the fastest UH2 on the market from NOCT storage. So we'll see how it goes. If you see it buffering and filling up, that's again due to the SD card being a bottleneck on this camera. Okay, so let's hit this at 15 frames a second. It's high efficiency star and JPEG going to the SD card, and let's see. And there you can see it starting to buffer. Nice. I just wanted to demonstrate for you guys. Take a look. If we do, not that this kind of standing portrait needs 20 frames a second, but so it's finished writing to the card now, doing RAW and JPEG, just smiling, just perfect. We get this many shots, and then how long until it's going to be, I don't know what he's doing, but so you can see the impact that the writing to the SD card is having there. If we turn that off and just have it be overflow, so I'm doing RAW and JPEG both to the CF Express, we actually get a fair bit more. You can see that we're getting lots more shots of there, and then when I do need to clear it, let my finger off, and then it's totally cleared and we're back to go. So essentially, if you're doing fast sports, crazy, you're just going to want to not do backup, because even doing JPEG, you're going to find yourself getting locked out. For this sequence, I laid on the ground underneath the bar as Jay did his routine, using the 24-70 f4 to get some wider angle shots. We've done this several times before, no problems. But there's always that one time you miss.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh.
Whoa, you alright?
As much as I would, in a dream world, love to own the 58, it's just so impractical for anything I do. Maybe if you're doing still life or something, but I just know I'm getting these shots now in focus using the 85-1.2. It's still dreamy soft, and I don't have to have him like holding still. Let's just take a moment to look at these two images and zoom in. Despite him moving around and the bars coming in front of his face and him wearing glasses, they both absolutely focused right on the eye. It's pretty impressive result for the Z8 with the 85mm at f1.2. Okay, now, god damn it, I shouldn't do these reviews. Now, the more I'm shooting with the 85, the more I get it and the more I want one. So the 85 does a great job of separating out the background. Turn this into a little lens comparison. Going to the 58, I'm gonna need to go that much closer. The background's gonna be a little bit messy because it won't be as tight of a field of view. But still, 0.95 to 1.2, you'll be surprised there is a reasonable difference in the depth of field we're gonna get. Try and find her. All I'm seeing when I'm focusing on you, I can't even find her now, there. When I'm trying to find her, all I can find is basically your eye. So then I'm like, okay, the eye is now in focus. Then I go to take the photo and he goes, that's a shitty frame. Then I have to redo it, and then I have to zoom in again to check the eye is still in focus because it's like this much sharp. So when you breathe, you'll go in and out of focus. So it's really, I'm telling it to you, but also to them at home, it's really impersonal. When I'm doing a portrait shoot, really I want to give you my attention. So I can check, is your belt okay, where's your eyes and everything, but using this lens, I have to give it all my attention and ignore you. So it's not a really nice thing for a portrait shoot, you know? So let's go back to the 85 and walk. Holding it like this. Yeah. Bring your hand down just a little. Yeah. That's it. Put your right hand up onto the bamboo and your left one, I don't know where I want that. Yeah, just put it to the bamboo as well. Okay folks, as I said, this wasn't going to be another review video on the Z8, but I will give you my thoughts having shot with it with these two lenses, more about the lenses. But to start off, the body is fantastic. The ergonomics of this using both of these big lenses is definitely more comfortable than trying to handhold them using like a Z7 II. Having said that, if you're using a giant lens like this, you tend to hold the lens and then the body's just kind of floating there. So with this big body, you can have the option of using either. But essentially both fine. One quick throwback, and no, I'm not gonna start complaining or criticizing the camera again, but this is one of those situations where a higher res EVF would be useful. If you're zooming in to try and nail critical focus at 0.95, the more detail you have to work with, the better. You'd note in the footage there, I don't put peaking on for this kind of situation. I find the peaking can be a little inaccurate. When I want exactly the eyeball in focus, I want to see it without peaking and see to my eye that it's in sharp focus. So I would say I haven't decided if I want the camera yet or not, but I think I am leaning towards wanting this lens, which last time I tested it, I didn't. But the NOCT, really, I think it's a collector's piece. It's a museum piece. Maybe if you're doing like still life or something, it's a practical choice. But as beautiful as it is and how crazy sharp and free of aberrations it is, even wide open or at f1, it's just completely impractical for me. If you have deep, deep pockets and the right kind of shooting, then maybe it'll work for you. But thankfully, I've saved myself $6,000 or $7,000 reconfirming that this is not for me. Having saved that money, it's time to lose some pride. I think Jay, wherever he's hiding, has a physical challenge for me. What do you want me to do?
Just do some pull-up.
Just do some pull-ups, okay. Should I take my camera off or do I need to be extra weighted?
I think extra weighted is just you.
Okay, then, so you show us first.
Okay.
For wheelchair users, fantastic.
Wheelchair style.
Wheelchair style, okay. Okay. You know, if I can't do this, it's not that I'm the anomaly. You're the freak here.
Let's join us.
Okay.
Come
I
on.
really don't think I need to be carrying an extra camera here. I'm already like 90 something kilos. You know, I've never done a chin up without that assistance.
Whoa!
Is one good enough?
No, do it with one arm, man.
One arm, yeah, right. I could do probably.
Oh, you still got something with your legs.
What? I'm not in a wheelchair. What do you want?